Got some good news. Nominations for the UEA Children at Risk Foundation scholarships are open. I'm Heidi Matthews, a Park City educator, past president of the UEA, and the relatively new executive director of the UEA Children at Risk Foundation, or CARF. Together with board president and also former UEA president Kim Campbell, vice president Tooele educator Ashlyn Drew, and the rest of the board of CARF, we invite you to nominate and donate. For over 30 years, the UEA Children at Risk Foundation has been providing grants and scholarships. Scholarships to those students at risk of not continuing education beyond high school, and grants for those educators who support them. At the heart of the establishment of CARF is Lily Eskelsen Garcia, who will share a personal message in a few. I'd like to call attention to this flyer because I'm really hoping that you could share this far and wide, and introduce you to Dania. On the left here is Dania in 2021 receiving a CARF scholarship. Her father had unexpectedly passed away, and she knew that finances would not be there for her to reach her dream of being a first-generation college student and a business major. And Dania gives credit to the UEA member who nominated her and the many donations to the UEA Children at Risk Foundation that made her scholarship possible. When I spoke with her about a month ago, she shared that, quote, I wasn't planning to go, she said, but this scholarship gave me motivation. People really do believe in me, and they are investing money in me. I want them to know their money is worth something. If you look to the right, there's Dania, in her second year at studying business at Utah State University. Her gratitude for the CARF scholarship that she received, brought me to tears, and it just reminds us the important difference that we make in the lives of our students. In another slide, I'm going to be asking for you to link from your phones to some QR codes, so get those phones out and get them ready. Let me introduce you to some of our scholarship recipients and where they are now. On the left is Mako. Mako was a recipient of the UEA CARF scholarship in 2020. Pandemic, and of course they're taking the pictures outside here. Mike Harmon recently checked in with her, and she is right on track for entering medical school. In the center, we see Miguel, who received the Pat Resk Memorial Scholarship honoring former UEA president and an educator who never stopped fighting for kids. Between Pat and CARF president Kim Campbell, they introduced the commitment of the nominating UEA member to stay in touch with the scholarship recipients and mentor them. And Miguel and Counselor Rose are the perfect examples of this power. Miguel and his family were hit with a number of financial setbacks, compounded with transportation needs that have put up some barriers for Miguel to begin his post-secondary education. Rose has been working with Miguel and his family to establish incremental goals, getting a license in transportation, visiting admissions at SLIC. And because of that support and the donations to CARF, we know that Miguel has the support he needs to take those next steps in his education. On the right, we see Anna, who is seen here celebrating her younger sister's graduation in 2022. Anna graduated in 2021, was nominated by educator Rod Hurd here. Anna is currently in her second year of nursing school. Gold star to you for following directions. Go ahead and link to this QR code here that brings you to the scholarship forms that are hosted on the Utah Education Association MyUEA website. There are two forms here. One is for the nomination. That's you, for UEA members to nominate a student at risk of not continuing their secondary education beyond high school. And then there's a very short application for the student. Both need to be done by noon and submitted by noon on April 3rd. April 3rd is that due date. Just wanted to remind you that these scholarships for continuing education, they can be for college if that's a fit, but it can also be for tech school or beauty school or, you name it, as long as it's education. And we all know that one kid who just needs that extra help, someone to not only believe in them, but to offer the chance and help with finances. Heck, we all know so many of these students, and that's why the Children at Risk Foundation needs you, and so do the children at risk. We need you to dominate. Okay. Everything else was fine, so I'm just going to go with it. We need you to nominate and donate, not dominate. One thing our CARF Scholarship recipients have in common is that without you, they likely wouldn't have even considered themselves for a scholarship. Mike nominated Mako. Rod lifted up Anna, and Rose is still sticking with Miguel. And that's why we need you to nominate students and to get them thinking about the promise of continuing education. That last QR code you saw was for the nominations. This QR code links you to donations to the CARF. And as a 501c3 nonprofit, CARF is sustained by donations. And as I mentioned at the beginning, our ask of you today is to nominate and donate. And you've seen the faces of students whose post-high school education has been supported by these scholarships and our members' mentorship. So please get out your phones, scan this QR code here, consider making a donation to CARF. Even better, make it a monthly donation. And if you aren't moved yet, maybe Lily can help convince you.
Hi, my name is Lily Eskelson Garcia. I am a very happily retired Utah teacher, and I'm here to ask you for a favor. In my very long career as an educator and an activist, my proudest accomplishment is helping to organize the UEA Children at Risk Foundation back in 1990 when I was 12. And we need your help to keep it strong. You're going to be asked to give a contribution, and you can help some of the kids that people think might not make it. We're going to help them get to college. We're going to give them special tutors. We're going to do whatever it takes to help them and the educators who love them make these kids' lives everything they should be. When you're asked to give, please give a contribution to the UEA Children at Risk Foundation.
As educators, we all have students who are bright and amazing humans, and those who especially need us to believe in them and help with the financial resources to support their dreams. Our Danias, Makos, Miguels, Anna. The UEA CARF Board invites you to do two things. One, open your hearts to nominate an especially worthy student for the 2023 CARF Scholarships by April 3rd at noon. And to two, open your wallets. Use your persuasive techniques on others and donate to the UEA Children at Risk Foundation. More information can be found at myuea.org, Children at Risk, and be sure to follow us on Facebook. Thank you for all that you do each and every day as Utah educators, especially for those who need us the most.